Hey guys, welcome to my first game review. Hopefully you'll see more of me. Depends on how this does, to be honest. Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing The Last of Us Part 2 in 10 minutes or less. If you do enjoy it, please do me a favor, hit the sub button for future reviews and comment if you want me to review something else. P.S. No spoilers, and I know, I'm 2 months late. I'm sorry, okay? I played it the first time and I played the permadeath mode, so yeah. Here's a little synopsis of the game. Basically, we are 4 years after the first game. We get a short recap at the start of the game, what happened 7 years ago in The Last of Us Part 1. Our main protagonist is Ellie, mostly. No spoilers though, so can't say anything. Anyway, shit goes down and Ellie goes on an adventure to Seattle, where she hunts and kills everyone. Her kill count is probably like, I don't know, more than 100. I don't know. She killed so many freaking people. It's insane. There is one very fun switch up in this game while we're in Seattle. Like it goes from a very linear game to kind of like an open world, but it's only like an hour of open world gameplay, and then it goes back to that linearity that we all like know and love, kind of. I think. But this 1 hour gave us like a taste of something that could be like amazing. Um, you know, The Last of Us open world. Imagine that. That would be amazing. So once she gets to Seattle, she finds out that there are two occupants of Seattle, the Scars and the WLF, or Wolf. The Scars is basically a cult. They believe in a goddess, they pray to her, and they don't believe in technology. They use like bows and arrows and traps, which is pretty cool, pretty nice change up. And then you have the WF, the Wolf, which is a militia. They basically took over the federal government. They got rid of the federal government and they took control of Seattle. And you may have guessed it or played it, I don't know, 2 months late, I'm sorry. But the WLF and Scars are not happy with each other. They're just fighting each other and they're shooting each other and blowing each other and like they're just freaking like stringing each other up upside down and just slicing their throats and oh, it's great. It's like pretty bloody. Anyway, you are fighting both of them. You're fighting the WLF and the Scars, and you're also fighting the infected. Oh, trust me, you do not want to fight the infected in this game. So in The Last of Us Part 1, you had three infected. You had the runners, the clickers, and the bloaters. This time you have three new ones. You have the freaking stalkers. They're like creepy little like they just hide and you can hear them like move. It's pretty spine chilling actually. You hear them just like anyway. You have the shamblers. These guys are huge. They're like bloater size, but they're acidic. They charge at you like bloaters, but they release some sort of acidic spores. They don't throw stuff at you. They run at you and then they sort of like implode, but they don't blow up. They just release this gas, and when you kill them, they blow up and they release these spores like everywhere. You can't go near that spot for like 20 seconds. Pretty annoying. And then last but not least, you have the Rat King. You only see this guy once, but I'm still putting him as an infected because you do fight him. And just imagine if a bloater, a shambler, and a clicker had a baby. That's what this son of a is. Like he is like tanky as and he's you're gonna need every single bullet you have if you're playing freaking permadeath. You better be freaking ready with all the ammo you have, or you're gonna, just good luck. So yeah, it's a pretty long game. It's about maybe 20 to 30 hours depending on how long you take the loot and depending on if you play stealth or go loud. Like I've seen people go crazy loud. Like they just shoot explosive arrows everywhere. Spoiler, there's explosive arrows in the game. My bad. Anyway, yeah, it's a pretty long game, which is nice, but it could be a con as well because sometimes you get to that point where you're like, I don't really feel like playing anymore. Like there are many points in the game where I was like, we're coming to the ending, and then we're like, oh wait, 3 hours later, oh here's the ending, and then another 2 hours later, you're like, okay, this time definitely the ending, and then it happens, and you're there like, that's it, and it just sort of becomes a very anticlimactic. It feels like an anticlimactic ending. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it just doesn't fit with Ellie's character. And I know people change, but it doesn't make sense. It's one of those like heroism stories that you see in movies, and it just doesn't fit Ellie's character. And yeah, this game is not a masterpiece. There are problems, there are story problems, there are pacing issues, but it is a good game. There are very good gunfights, very good movement mechanics, very good shooting mechanics, and it's a gorgeous game. Holy dude, this game, it feels like we're already on the PS5. Like, it feels like we're already in a PS5 game, but we're not. And I play on a PS4. I don't play on a PS4 Pro, so I play on 30 FPS. I don't even play on 60 FPS. And so I I I think it's a great game. It's definitely worth it was worth my money, you know. When I first played it, I was like, okay, I vibe with it, I guess. And then when I played it on my second playthrough, I was like, okay, you know what? I think it's pretty good. So I don't know. I'll rate it like a 7 out of 10. You know, like a B plus. You know, 8 out of 10 would be an A, and 9 out of 10 would have been an A plus. Yeah. So yeah, B plus. I think. Yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed, please do me a favor, hit the sub button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And maybe I'll see you in the next review. Ciao.